Okay, let's start the video. And somebody won the 1 billion plus jackpot in Michigan, and they give the jackpot to the top 7 states. It would be good, but the top 7 states are Michigan and Maryland, obviously, and they rather give it to Michigan and Maryland. And you can see how it works. Maryland won again. Maryland keep winning. The other state, I don't see Georgia on the list. I don't see other states on the list like Tennessee. I don't see those states. I don't see. They rather give prizes to those less top selling states. So again, the winning number were 4. Obviously, the first Invincible number: 26, 42, 50, and 60. Now, I'll be showing you the illustration by part. So again, if you like my channel, please do donate, subscribe, share, and like my video. And if you want to learn my system, part 1 to part 18, please email me for that. And again, if you haven't subscribe, donate, share, and like my video, please do that. And also, email me at hyper_links@yahoo.com for any game prediction or requests. And always remember, nothing is guaranteed, but always trust yourself. So we'll be discussing the illustration by parts. Part 1. For last night's game, and as you can see, last night's game wasn't that hard. So now, obviously, the Dster system is the important fact because it's a matrix. Without the matrix, you cannot win. So, and how did the last night's $1 billion jackpot fit into the Dster I gave you? Yesterday, I gave you 4 Dster before the draw. I gave you 4 Dster earlier before the draw. You had time to look at the Dster. For those you had the Dster, I didn't write it on the computer. I put it on a piece of paper. There were 4 Dster I reviewed. Even though I didn't put it on the computer, I reviewed 4 Dster. And doing multiple Dsters, 1 Dster did a good job. Dster 1 did a decent job, but Dster 2 did a good job. So, without further ado, let's review Dster 2 for last night's game. Dster 2, okay? So it was the Mega Man, not the Powerball. So I'm going to erase that and put Mega Man. And Dster 2 did good, and as you can see, the winning numbers were 426, 426, 42, 50, and 60. And 60. So how do you use the one high mega ball also? How do you use Dster to figure out the winning combinations and hit that jackpot? So how do you do it? Not hard, because the Dster has proven to hit the jackpot from time to time, and all you gotta do is play the right Dster. Maybe the best option is to do multiple Dster, and let's say you want to play $20, you got 10 lines to cover for $20. So for $20, you want to cover 2 lines per Dster. Maybe you want to use 5 Dster and do 2 lines per Dster. Maybe that's how you want to do it, or you want to do 4 Dster and create about, instead of 2 lines per Dster, you do 2 to 3 lines per, you do 3 lines per Dster about. So again, for those of you who got the list, you know Dster 2 did good if you watched the video from yesterday, and I'm going to review Dster number 2 I'm gonna review it. I already reviewed these number 2 for the draw. Yesterday's draw. I'm just gonna put it on the computer to show everybody what these 2 looks like. So that's the first set. 4, 9. So this wasn't made up after the game. It was well shown before the game. If you watch the previous video, this teaser was already reviewed before the game, so I don't make stuff up. I do not like to make stuff up. And this teaser was reviewed well before the game. And I'm gonna highlight it this time. I'm gonna highlight it, show everybody why you need the Dster by part. Whoever don't think the Dster is a good system, then you're probably wrong, because Dster is a good system. You need the Dster by part. I'm gonna highlight the numbers that hit now. I'm gonna start highlighting in red. So again, I'm gonna highlight the red, the important part of the Dster. I already know which Dster hit because I looked at Dster after the game and I looked at which quadrant hit. So these are the important part. Look at the important part of the Dster. These is an important part of the Dster. Do not focus on digit 3 and digit 8 on the top quadrant, and do not focus on a blue box. So I'm going to erase the blue box just to not confuse anybody. Do not look at that. And every other thing, you can see 084 496620. So this whole chunk of section on bottom is not used for these number 2. And I do not make these numbers up. I do not. $30845. This is 5. Sorry about that. This is 5 on top. Let me double check it. 496620, 7995, 5589, and 12872, 8984 is correct. Only the digit 8 is wrong. It should be a digit 5. So I'm gonna hide that in red. So top 4 digit used on the first row, and all of the digit on the second row is used. This is an important part of the Dster. And coincidentally, quadrant 2 hasn't been any effective at all for any of those past months since I moved the axis to the right. So again, but tonight, last night, the important part was quadrant 2 as well. It was so important. Quadrant 2 for these number 2. Quadrant 2 was an important part, and as you can see, when I move the axis, it changes the whole game. Now let's start with number 4. 4 is on top of quadrant 1. So again, 1B and 2B. So again, let's focus. Four is in quadrant 2. 4 is in quadrant 2. Again, 4 is in quadrant 2. Now, 26, quadrant 1 and 2 right over here, F2 and E2. So, again, 26 is in quadrant 1 and 2. So, again, you can see that is still up in the top quadrant. That's why I said focus on one section. Focus on one section. I've been telling you that from time to time. 42 is in E1 and F2, 1 and 2. So again, 42 is in 1 and 2. Now, if you look at 50, 50 is only one spot, quadrant 2, 1F and 2G. So 50 is in quadrant 2. Now 60, let's look at 60. 60 is in quadrant 1, D2 and 1C. D2 and 1C is in quadrant 1. So you can see even though it's a diverse quadrant 1, quadrant 2, or quadrant 1 and 2, it's still in the top 2 quadrants. And the bottom 2 quadrant has the most digit, top 2 quadrant has the least digit. So you can see, and hot corners are 1C, 2F. Now, if you look at 24, also in quadrant 1, 2, F1 and E1. So 24 is in top quadrant also. You can see that. So you have 2 hot corners are C1, E1. Hottest corners are F2. So the 24, with that being said, is when quadrant 1 and 2. So again, you can see that the winning numbers are formulated on the top row. So, and as you can see, the winning number are on the top of the quadrant. So all the numbers are here. So if you look at even advantage, I told you all even numbers. So even number advantage. I've been telling you about that. They've been screwing with the all even advantage. Nobody wants to listen. That these are not only that these are important, the even matrix prevail. Even matrix, one of the important part of the illustration. Also, they for an all even number. No wonder last night somebody hit that jackpot, because they were going all out in the even numbers. How many even numbers in last night's game? 35 even, and for the whiteboard, and only 12 even for the mega ball. So they're doing all even matrix. And I should have known that they were doing even matrix, because they were doing all high for Powerball. And how they do all even, they do not want to spread out. When it's even or odd, you know they're going to do that one again. You gain advantage. That's why the even matrix hits. So let's look at the thing all even. And you did not notice that they play all even. So if you took a chance and play all even, you would have gotten a big advantage. All even numbers. Now, to show everybody more, no. Let's look at Dster number 2. And let's look at Dster number 2. Again, let's remove all the corners. I'm not talking about that you should play all even. You can play 5 odd and 1 even. So maybe if you want to play 5 even white ball and 1 odd mega ball, you would still catch the second prize of $1 million or the multiplier. That's how it works. So you want to take a chance like that, I would do that. So I would not advise you to play 4 even for the white ball and 1 even for the mega ball. Then if all even comes for white ball, then you will not hit the second prize of $1 million. So that's how we do it. That's why the pentagon pair system comes in play. So imagine you have 5 even numbers on this line. On this line, imagine you have 5 even numbers on this line on the whiteboard. The pentagon pair system shows you that you can create 3 same combinations on the whiteboard, having 3 different mega ball, give you a 3 chances of hitting that jackpot if those 5 white ball comes in. Because when you pair the pentagon system pair up, you have 3 combinations, about 3 combinations that will be the same, and you only need to play 1 different mega ball for each combination to create all 3 different combinations. So imagine you have these as your white ball combination. You need 3 different mega ball. Maybe you want to play 1 even mega ball, 1 odd mega ball, or another odd mega ball. Maybe you get lucky and that even mega ball is 24, and you combine these 2 to create your winning combination. So again, that's how it works. And without further ado, let's just focus on matrix on top, not anything else. Not only to focus on the matrix on top, focus only on the even numbers on top, because it was an even matrix. So I'm not gonna go out and call out all odd numbers on top, because since it's even matrix advantage, no high-low advantage, but even matrix advantage, I'm going to just call out the even numbers on top. 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm not worried about R because R didn't hit. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's see how the matrix goes. No 10s, no 10s. 20s, we have 20, 24, 26. 20, 24, 26. Now 30s, we have 30s. I'm going to count this 3 because it's part of the quadrant. 30s and 34. So if you're smart, you pick a matrix and play. Don't worry about anything. Pick a matrix and play, because from time to time you're going to see that matrix being used. So again, let's talk about the 40s. 40, 42, 46, 48. 40s, 42, 46, 48. Let's look at the 50s. 50s, 52, 54, 56. Still a lot of numbers, but at least you would narrow down. 50s, 52s, 54, 56. You don't have 58, right? 60s, 62, 64, 66, 68. Still a lot of even numbers. 60s, 62, 64, 66, no 70, 68. There's no 70. You can see no 70 up there. At least you have all 5 winning combinations up there. With all even. If you look at even numbers, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So you have 22 out of 35 even. And you have 22 out of 70 whole numbers matrix. If you play by the even, you have 22 out of 70 matrix. So if you only play by the even, you only have 20 even matrix. You only have 22 out of 35. You focus on even out of the whole matrix. You only have 22 out of 70. So if you do that math, that's around 25 to 30% of the numbers being used in last night's Dster. And let's talk about highest frequency number in the Dster. I'm gonna highlight the highest frequency number. Let's talk about the highest frequency in the top quadrant. If you look at top quadrant, highest frequency numbers in the top quadrant, 50 are 1 frequency, 60s 1 frequency, 42 1 frequency, 26 1 frequency, and 04 1 frequency, and 24 1 frequency. So again, they're mostly 1 frequency on the top quadrant. So if you talk about more than 1 frequency that's being used, 50s being used more than once in all 4 quadrants combined, because 50 is on the bottom of quadrant 3 also. And pretty much 50 is the only highest frequency number that has more than 1 frequency on the bottom that got in the whole Dster that got drawn. Every other numbers only have 1 frequency. So that's why you need the right Dster to pick the right numbers. So the high frequency number didn't help for this draw, but the top 2 quadrants, the even matrix, did help, and you can see 22 number being used. Now let's talk about how to eliminate numbers. So I had the chart with me, and I'm looking at the chart for the Mega Man chart. I'm looking at the non-playable numbers. I'm gonna cross out non-playable numbers. 26 Now I'm gonna not confuse anybody. And I'm going to only review the playable numbers. Now, if you look at top quadrant, one of the playable numbers in the top quadrant that got drawn and look at the paper was obviously 42. So again, 42 was the code last night draw. 42 was the code for last night's draw. 42 obviously was the code. And let's start scratching numbers off the board. Okay, I'm gonna scratch out numbers. So again, let's put an X over it. I'm gonna see if I can cross out here. Even better. So again, instead of doing that, I'm gonna put a star to X out numbers. So again, 68 was non-playable for last night's draw. So 68 would be not chosen. So again, if you use a non-playable list, I'm going to just write up the even number. So 12 is not there. 58 not there. 38 not there. And 28 not there. 14 not there. 26 there. So again, only one playable number got drawn. So if you use the non-playable numbers and the playable numbers, for last night's draw, you would be at advantage as well, because you only wipe up 26. So for overall, using an even number matrix, you have 22 out of 70 numbers to choose from. And the code was 42. The code was 42. And the code was 42 for last night's draw. And it got close to the winning combination. It got close. If you guys use these two and choose your number, you want to hit 5 number easily, because 22, the first step is to bring down the matrix. So again, this illustration is to show you how to bring down a matrix. You brought down 22 number matrix, and because you brought it down to 22 matrix, you hit that jackpot. So again, 3, 13, 23, 33, 43, 53, 63, 68, 19, 35, 61, 15, 58, 12, 11, 38, 26, 28, 14 were non-playable numbers for last night's draw. So again, if you like the video, if you like to learn the Dster system by part, you can email me. And if you learn Dster by part, you're gonna win. So if you like the video, please do donate, subscribe, share, like my video, and also email me at hyper_links@yahoo.com for any game prediction or requests.